Terrific Tuesdays with Caitlynn. Hey guys, so I know we're all kind of in that midterm time or approaching it, and I thought I'd make a video about how to get through midterms and with some helpful tips to surviving these torturous events. So I have about 5 or 6 tips that should help you. Tip number 1, cookie dough. Yes, it may be fattening if you eat 2 packs like I did during finals week last semester, but it's really good for getting papers done and studying because it provides great positive reinforcement. It's delicious, and you can choose to bake the cookies, but that just takes so much more time. And of course, what do you need to go along with that cookie dough? Apple juice. Okay, maybe that's just me because I kind of have an apple juice addiction. I go through those cartons in about 4 days. So, it's not the best with cookie dough, according to most people, I'm sure, but you should try it anyways because it's good. Tip number 2, your iPod is your best friend. It's very crucial that you have good music, or at least I know it is for me. Speaking of good music, I know Emily was looking for some more. Don't have any suggestions on the name thing yet, but I'll get back to you if I do. I recently heard of a band, City, State. I don't know if you've heard anything by them, but I really liked their song All My Lies, so you should definitely check that out. Patrick Stump, you know Fall Out Boy broke up. Well, he went solo, and his new CD just came out on iTunes. I think it's pretty cheap too, like $4. So it's definitely worth a look. And for any Darren Criss fans out there, like myself, Darren Criss and Charlene Kay they finally recorded their song Dress and Tie, which is up on iTunes right now for 99 cents. So you should all give those a look. But yeah, good music is crucial when you're studying. I think you should probably listen to something that you know well, because otherwise you have to deal with learning the lyrics, and that can be really distracting. So listen to something without lyrics or something you know like the back of your hand, and it'll really help make exams studying a lot more fun. Speaking of Darren Criss, tip number 3 would be to take breaks frequently, which I recommend doing by watching a Harry Potter musical or Harry Potter sequel. So, definitely make sure you take breaks, but don't make them too long. Tip number 4. To make reading books more interesting, you should try and do something like read them with funny accents, or if you're reading a book with characters, you should replace them from I don't know, I'd take a Disney movie or something and replace the characters with Disney characters, or like a video game character or something. Or when you're trying to study for a test, you could make up songs to go along with what you're learning. Makes it a lot more interesting, especially when your roommate walks in on you and is like, "What are you doing? What you saying?" So, yeah. Tip number 5. 50-pack markers are very, very helpful to make note cards. Here were my note cards from last semester. I'd recommend at least making this many. It'll be really helpful, because even if you don't study them, just making them is forcing you to read all your notes and writing down the information. So, yeah. And lastly, when you have been studying way too long, I don't know if this is really considered a tip though, I recommend watching this video because it's so hilarious when you've just hit that point where I've been studying for 12 hours, I can't absorb any more information. So check this video out. So I hope you enjoyed my tips and maybe use a few of them to help you get through midterms. For those of you like Teresa who aren't going to have midterms, they can still help you out, just eating cookie dough all the time is always good. Or watching Darren Chris videos and pandas sneezing. And listening to good music. So yeah, I hope you guys are able to survive midterms. I know you guys have break next week, or I think all of you do. So have fun with that. Well, I will be studying for midterms. And yeah, hopefully you have a good week. Bye. I'm the one who leaves you lost in the end. And I'm the one who breaks you again and again. Things to talk about on my blog. How many topics does Caitlynn have? 0.